Welcome to another edition of Gems of the Archives. Today we offer a reflection on motherhood from a time that we hope no one will ever have to experience again.
Justice Room Cayon, 25th November 1836. George T. Fraser, manager of Cunningham Estate, complains Peggy P.A., Predale apprentice, of said estate and being sworn, states that defendant is continually in the sick house 2 weeks out of every month, alternately with herself and child. She has a mother on the estate perfectly capable of caring the child. Her mother is not doing anything for the estate, but defendant will not leave the child with her. Defendant is now absent from her work. Signed, George T. Fraser.
Defendant said that she never goes into the sick house unless she or her child is sick. She is now absent in attendance upon her child who is sick. The defendant had her child with her, which appeared to me to be ill. I admonished her against going into the sick house unnecessarily, and directed her to take care of the child and to resume her labour as soon as possible. From the statement of the complainant, I am rather impressed with the belief that this defendant resorts to the sick house more frequently than absolute need demanded. No complaint having been at this time, preferred I do not think it my duty at this time to enter more fully that I have done into this business. Signed, R.B. Cleghorn.
This page is out of the journal of Ralph Brush Cleghorn, stipendiary magistrate for the Cayon area. His father, a planter, had sent him to England for his education. His mother is not known and seems to have been a colored woman. He and his wife, Maria Berkeley, ran a dry goods store which did well at first until Ralph's views on abolition became known. In this case, he was dealing with Peggy, against whom a complaint had been lodged that she was spending too much time in the sick room. While Cleghorn seems to accept Fraser's side of the story, he does not make any effort to punish Peggy and seemed concerned over the well-being of her child. The life of women and children under enslavement and its aftermath could be very difficult. The life expectancy of a child was very poor. Most planters did not list children born on their estates until their 5th birthday. Lack of medical attention before and after birth, insanitary practices in the birthing room, and malnutrition were among the things that threatened the child's life and even that of the mother. The sick room was a place where others who were sick were treated, so the child was exposed to all kinds of diseases. There were no clean hospital rooms, no regular visits to an obstetrician, no clinic nurses to monitor development, no special baby food. Mothers continued to eat food that was full of starch and salt. Peggy's case is indicative of how much things have changed in the workplace too. She had no shop steward to represent her. Although this happened after emancipation, she was still an apprentice and did not receive wages. Her working hours were from sunrise to sunset, 12 hours. Now, we have an 8-hour day. There was no maternity leave, no time for mother and child to bond. Women were expected back to work soon after delivery. It did not matter whether Peggy's mother could look after the child. She had nothing to do for the estate, so she had to. That's it for this edition of Gems of the Archives, Unearthing History.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.